Previously on HomeBrew Detritus.
Let's do the backstory on where this pile of shit came from originally. There was a farmer.
Butts.
Unnecessary.
So you slipped on some sewage and you go into the water.
And I'm going to ask him to accept guidance from my lady Soundway.
I accept.
Give him guidance.
Oh, you didn't read the terms and conditions. You're fucked now.
So you get that +1 coming.
Play this.
An additional 4 for max damage.
Oh, that's harsh.
An
Additional 4. As some of the neck sinew whips out and crushes into your arm.
This is so gross.
Yes. We're gonna find out next time what happened to Akage's mother and what else is going on in the Salter location.
Good episode.
Yeah.
That's enough letters.
Purdue.
Ew. I feel like we talked so long waiting for Matt. I'm out of funny things to say, to be honest.
Yeah, I said to shut up, but y'all just kept right on going. We missed out on picking
it
on
wasn't that funny
breaks a lot.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
It was funny, Mahogany, but you were too busy with technical difficulties to really embrace
I heard
comedic
it all.
genius.
No, she's right. I wasn't funny.
No, you weren't funny, but I was.
Oh.
I just feel like talking shit, so I'm gonna do it.
Talking shit?
Do what I want, mainly because I want to.
Sassy. I like it. I like a sassy night.
I'm feeling
do
it.
Feeling sad.
I don't know. That was fun though.
I don't think I'm going to go with sassy. I think I'm just going to go with sloppy.
What happened to your beard, Frakes?
It's a mustache now.
Oh, he's got baby neck. And grown man beard.
Baby neck. Oh, you gotta do what you did on the last episode. You gotta go, aww.
No.
Your neck looks like a dwarf who delivers pizza to restaurants downtown.
He crawls right in there and gets the pizza out.
Aww.
I watched that
It's
today.
still adorable.
It's adorbs.
It would be. I don't know. I like tiny things.
I'm just fascinated watching Noob just cram shit into his mouth.
Much and much.
We are recording, by the way, dude.
Yeah.
Just
Fine.
saying.
You're mad.
Dude, take a really slow bite.
Yeah. Get all erotic with it.
Don't do
Lick it. You always want to lick it first. No.
What even is that? It looks gross.
I don't know what it is. Is that a cobbler?
Waffle House.
It's a
Is that
Waffle
in
House.
Waffle House?
Mhm.
You get Waffle House to go?
Yeah.
I did.
I fucking love some Waffle
Go is
House.
the way to go.
Why would you get Waffle House to go, though?
Because you had a pod chat to be on, Frakes.
Because you don't have to be inside of a Waffle House to eat the food, especially if you live close to
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but it's a Waffle Home.
Waffle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but how am I gonna pester them for more cherry coke if I'm not there?
It's not a Waffle House
Sounds
anymore ever
like
since
a
Mom
you
and Dad broke up.
problem.
God, I really do love their cherry coke.
It's a waffle broken home.
It's not a Waffle House meal if you don't stand up from the table and have like syrup stuck to all part of
That's
your
what I was thinking. Is that
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's
I
why
hate
I
when
bring
you find
some
it
my,
later and it's got like hairs and stuff stuck to it because you didn't know it was there.
That's why I bring my own.
You know what we really need in this economy is a waffle brothel. I would
Well,
run.
you can now go to
Eggs and waffles. I'm good with
and
that.
do
What's
any
a
drug
sticky
you
hooker?
want.
They're all
No,
sticky, Terrence.
it's
They're already
not.
sticky.
Wait, Razbad, what you can go where and do what?
Oregon has decriminalized. They voted to decriminalize all drugs.
that has nothing to do with brothels, though.
Yeah.
Or waffles.
But
I
why
mean-
would you want to go to a brothel when you can go legally smoke crystal meth in Oregon?
Because crystal meth can't suck my dick.
it's
But when you've got crystal meth,
Touche.
do you really want to? Do you really want to get your dick sucked?
No, you lost this argument, Razbad. You lost that argument.
No,
Heroin.
I've never done meth, but I have had I've had my dick sucked. So I'm gonna go with what I
New
know.
experiences.
He's a fan.
Yeah,
Of the
if it
lab.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
I
I'm
just
good
want,
with I'm good with the one, and I get to keep my teeth. I get to keep all kinds of cool things.
I just want to inject some heroines while getting a psilocybin enema. It's nothing big or important. It's just a thing.
See, that really needs to happen in Nevada, because then you can kind of mix all the things together.
If you're on meth, but you're a collected person, you might not lose your teeth. They just won't be, in your
In
face.
the right place.
Yeah.
Or complete.
Yeah.
You can keep the teeth fragments in like a pill bottle.
When somebody asks if you have all your teeth and you go reach it in your pocket to find the rest of them. This means you're.
I hear my wife's a hygienist. I get to hear all the stories about the meth people that come to get their teeth cleaned, their tooth cleaned.
They just snap off while she's doing it.
That's a shame.
Is it like when you go to the golf course, they have that little ball washing thing? They can just take the teeth out and put them and grab them and then just shove them back in there.
Oh, golf balls. Sorry, my mind went somewhere.
I hope so.
That's a different place, Terrence.
I worked with a guy that had real bad meth mouth, and whenever he would smile or talk, it looked like Tom from Tom and Jerry when he runs into something like an ironing table or whatever, and they get the broken teeth. That's what I always thought of whenever he smiled.
He turned into a cartoon cat?
You turned into
Obviously, Kevin's already been in Oregon.
Yeah.
The truth is that we haven't recorded in weeks. Now, you, the listener, have been getting an episode every week.
Yep.
Well, a lot has changed for most of us. Besides Frakes' dumb-looking face now, the rest of us have had some actual changes, and
Don't be jealous.
is no longer just some girl's fiance. He's married now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Congratulations,
And
Kevin.
she hasn't killed me
Congratulations,
yet,
Kevin.
so I must be doing something right.
Wait.
Kevin.
All of us were at the wedding except for Frakes because he lives in Florida. And
Hey,
most of
weddings,
us remember the wedding except for Matt because he got wasted.
Yeah.
You know what? I do remember the wedding because that's when I started drinking during the ceremony.
You did.
And it's not. I didn't open. Listen, I did not open the bar before the ceremony. Somebody else did that.
Like a smart person.
I was a smart person, and I took advantage of that. I had my compliments to the groom's drink. Those were awesome. That was I remember that was a honey bourbon and cider.
Yep.
I had more of the bride's drink, which I don't remember what it was, but it tasted good.
It was a sangria. It was a thing.
I don't think I had the sangria at all.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
The bourbon.
It was
and then
gone immediately. They were so good.
They were.
And I have to give props to a local business here in Somerville, the Celtic Knot. If you ever want a good food or good drink, go
Or a great
see
bartender.
them. Or a great bartender, yes. Shawnee at the Celtic Knot did an amazing job.
Which Somerville is that? The one in
Somerville, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Well, the only state that matters. Where are you from? Oh, I forgot.
What's the zip code?
At least we don't live in some crap state shaped like a dick.
A flaccid dick.
And then what's your social?
999-444-3232.
Where's that debit card you're so proud of you got today?
Just all the things.
I'll need your fingerprints and dental records for no reason.
I'm just happy that Matt's alive because we weren't really sure who took him home that night, but he was.
I don't know who took me home either. I remember somebody taking me home.
It was the
woman
guy
who married us. And
Yes,
her
it was the person
husband.
that married you.
Yeah. Well, no. He had to get clearance. He's like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? And I was like, one of my nerds from my nerd group. And he was like, all right, is he cool? I said, depends on what you need him for. He goes, he's asking for a ride home. I said, okay, then he's too drunk to get himself home, and we don't have a cell phone signal out here for him to call an Uber.
There was a couple
Yeah,
mistakes made that night. One, Matt got too drunk. Two, Kevin threw a wedding in a place that had no cell signal. So, like, it was really hard to get an Uber if you were out in the woods.
Well, there's no Ubers out in the woods either.
You know.
That'd be a really cool horror movie idea.
Yeah.
A wedding.
Wedding in the woods.
Yeah, wedding and everybody gets locked down in a fence.
And
That
if
was,
you did have an Uber in the woods, would it just be some dude in a jacked up 270?
I mean, I had an Uber driver drop me
Yeah,
off,
brother.
but yeah, I don't know. So it worked out good. I'm glad somebody got me home. I think they invited me to a Halloween party, but I'm not sure. I may have invited myself, but I don't remember their names or who.
I think
what they
that
looked
ship
like.
has sailed. What would it be, November and all?
Anyway, congratulations, Kevin, and fantastic wedding.
Yay.
I'm glad everyone survived.
We all enjoyed ourselves.
Only if all of our characters will survive this adventure.
They won't.
And for the low price of $1,500, you can guarantee that.
I'm pretty sure half of us have cancer. So
That's right. You guys are all
Yeah,
fucked.
no, I don't know if you can catch cancer from poo water, but you caught something from poo water.
Cancer or not, I have 4 hit points left, so
yeah, and you were swimming inside of a brain tumor or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're all a little bit low.
Dodging. Anyway,
You probably all are very much low because you just finished the combat with a giant monstrosity of a head.
yeah.
They tried to murder you all. Some of you did fail some saves a couple episodes ago, but you haven't rested to know
Yeah.
if that means anything yet. It's been a long couple days for this group between
Yes.
returning from the glade and then fighting the undead giants outside of town, and then the undead bugbears, and then the giant head, and now we are left in the Salter lair with this giant head now defeated. Akage's mother was taken down from being
Our
led
mascot
to-
got turned into a dwarf too. Don't forget that part.
that was
That's
like
not
episodes ago.
But Mother doesn't know that yet.
Oh God,
No, she
Awkward.
doesn't.
that's gonna be
Ooh,
awkward. I want
yeah,
to watch.
that's
How do you come out of the
Think
dwarf
about
closet?
that.
I forget, what level are we again?
3.
3.
3. Okay, so we didn't level in between episodes.
No.
We
Could
leveled
not
up-
remember.
leveled
That
up
was your
several
game.
episodes ago.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to episode 16.
16. Yeah.
Woo!
Episode
Finally.
8. Let's go, guys.
Wow.
So what do you do?
Well, I mean, there's shit everywhere, right? From the
Right over
from
to
the
my mother.
monster.
Yeah, so I've helped her down.
Mhm.
She,
Yeah.
how does she?
I sprint to her.
You did a heal check, if I'm not mistaken. She was stable. I think you healed her actually with a spell.
Mhm.
Or the wand or
He
something.
healed her
Yeah, I
with the
wanted her.
wand, and then got her down off of the statue, and I believe that's where she is presently.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's off. So I guess that's a Kage's cue.
As soon as the head presents 0 threat, Akage runs.
Oh,
That's
my
how
wait.
God.
it goes.
Kage runs away.
Yeah,
ran
he
runs out of
ran,
internet.
and he ran right off the meeting.
Damn it. Damn you, well, I want to say Comcast.
Well,
but I
Kage
just
runs
did.
to find his mother, and there's a sewer door that's open, and he falls in comically.
And
So
I
Metal
drop
Wolf
an
dropped
anvil.
in
I
internet
drop an
cable.
anvil that
joins
just
the
was
diseased
there.
people.
So,
I cast grease at the entryway, so when he runs in, he falls back in it again.
Hmm.
But I
That's
got
cool.
the best I could afford.
Hey,
He's
what's up?
back.
Hi,
Guess who's back?
All right, ready, go. Akage run.
What happened? No, wait. What happened?
I'm just,
My computer gave me a quarter of a second warning that it was almost dead.
oh, shit.
Oh.
It was like the
Who was
screen
it?
dimmed and it went battery low, and then it blue screened. I'm like,
I know what happened when I meant to visit my aunt.
Yeah.
Matt, the bottom of your screen has a little. Every once in a while, a little box shows up. Little bleep bleep.
What? What are you talking about? Like, does it really?
I've seen
Are you
it.
talking about me or
Oh
Frank?
yeah, it did.
Yeah, you got like a
And
like a little
Mahogany, your
clicky
mic
thing.
keeps appearing and then disappearing.
Well, yeah, that's
from
because of
it.
my background, like my virtual background.
Oh, your actual mic. Okay. Like
Yeah. Like
God.
it's right here.
That look like magic.
You can't see it
And
sometimes.
yeah, your
When I bring
your
it to
shoulder
this-
goes with it.
Yeah, because it's not sure if that's like my shirt still, and so sometimes it shows up.
Computers are
See?
dumb.
Sometimes it makes your right arm disappear. You know,
Yeah.
computers.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
Exactly.
well, I apologize for that oversight. That to
Excuse-
forget to plug in my laptop.
You should feel great shame. All right, let's start.
As soon as you
Okay.
cut out Frakes, Akage fell through a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
Comically, I believe I said.
Yes.
It was comical. Which kind of breaks up the whole "oh, my mother is almost dead" kind of thing. So everybody's laughing now, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
Lighten the mood, that's for sure.
Yep. So get back in that song, but you got to come back. You got to figure out how to get back into the room. Oh,
anyway, our somber moment continues.
He runs over to her and drops the glaive before scooping her into his arms. Mother.
she
Are you
recoils
okay?
in fear. Who the hell are you?
Got it out your system, guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somber moment.
Yeah, you're fucking killing me here.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to role play.
But you're a dwarf, and she doesn't know.
You need to stop saying stuff like that if you want people to not giggle. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Here's where at least Noob knows his place. He's just been shoving Waffle House into his mouth the whole time so that Frakes could have his fucking moment.
Yeah, I have a bottle to keep me.
Cheers to Noob. Waffles have saved the day.
He runs over to her, and as he gets close to her, he drops his father's glaive and grabs her up in his arms. Mother, are you okay? Are you alive? Answer me. Wake up, please.
Give me a perception check.
16 on the dice, giving me a 18.
You can hear her ragged breathing as you pull her close to you, and her mouth is really close to the side of your face, and she starts saying, she wanted the blood, the first of the first blood. And her eyes start to close, and you feel her kind of give way, not like dying, but like she kind of passes back out.
It is going to be okay. We will get you home. We will get you well. We have to get out of here. We have to get her help. And I will.
Suppose we can make a
carry her.
litter out of some of the cots in the back. Hold on. Dorian limps his way to the sleeping area and begins dragging some blankets so we can make a litter.
Okay.
I will help in the construction of a litter, looking for any long beams or anything
Bones,
usable for
maybe
that
some-
fashion.
Maybe a long jawbone that maybe dropped from a large head.
Sonder.
Meanwhile, I go ahead and give her some more healing.
Okay. Give me
Fuck
a heal
off.
check.
That's a 19.
Okay, you can tell that your magical healing has healed her body. But what she seems to be suffering from now is more mental distress.
So
And even
she
though the
don't-
wounds have been closed and the muscles have come back together from your divine healing, the lack of blood in her system has made her very weak, and it's probably why she keeps fainting out.
Mhm. So no need to use this wand any further, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Could I
On
examine?
her. I believe Dorian needs some healing.
Oh no, I'll be fine. I'm kidding. Please heal me.
Can I examine the giant head itself?
You can.
And that would be what kind of a check?
Just a perception to go over the body.
Perception. 19.
It is a giant undead head. You can tell that it looks like, with that perception, it looks a little similar to the giants you fought outside of the city, but too big. And because of your profession, you can see that like the skin has like ripped to accommodate the new muscle and bone mass underneath. That this seems more like a mutation than like just some big creature's head was cut off and came after you. Like it was growing almost like like it's got a bunch of tumors and stuff under its skin that caused it to be so large.
So it looks like it was transformed.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll relay that information and maybe up.
Razbad, as you're helping Dorian to get the cots together, you feel a scratch on the side of your face and are justly reminded that there's still a mouse on your shoulder. It's been there for several episodes now, or in game terms of since you entered the sewer, basically. As you turn around to see it, it's staring at you intently. Give me a will save.
Okay. Will save.
Gonna get cursed.
I got a 10. Rolled a 5 plus 5.
As you look towards the mouse, you're slightly transfixed for a second as you feel a flush of power come from the mouse and to you. And then you hear in your head, task voice. I will be there shortly, but I bring company. Do not mention the glade. Do not repeat what the mother said.
Very
And then you
well.
feel the power pull away, and the mouse kind of shakes its head and then just goes back to looking around as you do your work.
Razbad, could you put your finger here? Razbad, I'm trying to tie a knot.
Yes. I just received a message from Task. He said not to mention the glaive or what she said.
To who?
For incoming. Task plus others.
A refresher. The mother said she wanted the blood, the first blood, the blood of the first. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
We gather the litter and head out there to beat the others, and he can relay his message to them.
Dorian, you do, because you're familiar with the Salters, you do realize there is still an unexplored location in this little hovel, and that is the boss's sanctuary, which was the room he stayed in, and most of the treasure was kept.
Oh yeah, I was getting.
Oh,
Don't
I
worry.
thought that's what. Yeah, that's right. That's what we were coming here to look for, right? That's what you were coming here to look for.
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
it does hold an interest for me. But after, I already know the message. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna go check the door out.
Okay. Check the door.
All right. Let's see. I head up to the door. Does it look like it's open, locked, ajar?
It is just closed.
All right.
Here's the door.
I gently.
As you're telling the rest of us your message while he's doing that.
Yes.
Okay.
I relay that information I received from Task to the group.
Just to be careful, I have a that's pretty good. I have a 28 to look for traps.
It does not appear to be trapped.
All right, then I open it up.
The door opens. On the inside, you can see kind of an old scuzzy bed, but surrounding it is just loads of stuff, like a hoarder lived here.
Good stuff or just stuff?
Well, that's just it. Most of it just stuff, but in one corner you can see where the stuff isn't just stuff, and it's been somewhat arranged. There's a nice chest on a table, and then next to the chest there's it's almost like a bookshelf, but instead of books, it's got lots of trinkets and doodads on it.
I want to secure the area to make sure nothing's like there's no booby traps
That's smart.
around the treasure before I go hurling someone else at it. 22 on perception.
You do not notice any traps.
All right.
General perception on that is for
All right.
There was the chest and the bookshelf with the doodads on it.
All right. Then I will pull a sack out of a small bag out of my backpack.
Oh, whoa.
Start loading things up and then bring it outside.
Well,
Okay,
he
the
was
chest is
working.
going to be a little heavy to lift or put in a sack. Like it's
I know. I'm clearing off the shelf and then I'm going to go outside to get someone to help me with the chest.
okay.
While he was doing that, the litter was already made, right?
Yeah, that was already brought up.
Correct. I brought it out when I told you of Task's message.
All right, so
So we
Akage
can
places
start.
on the litter, and he's going to start leaving.
Wait. Our illustrious leader is heading this way. Perhaps he can do a little bit more in the way of aiding us getting her out of here.
Meet him there.
He's meeting us here.
He's on his way here.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he
Is this
was.
as safe as anywhere else, Akage.
I thought he meant we were on our way to the house.
No, he said he was on his way. He would be there with company soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So like there, as in okay.
Like
Where we
he-
are.
As in here.
Okay,
We
yeah.
should wait.
Dorian, as you come out, they have just finished kind of putting Kage's mother on the cot, and Kage himself is kind of arguing about getting her out of the sewer as soon as possible. And the rest are saying, well, Task is on the way here, and then everybody needs to make a perception check.
20.
12.
17.
I'm going to choose to forego my perception because I am focused solely on my mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna forgo mine too, just because I'm really care about Akage and helping him and his lady friend.
You rolled shit.
Heard. So
Yep.
everybody who got a 12 or higher will hear the patting of if you own a dog, it's a very familiar sound of the toenails on kind of that concrete that tip, 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 as it comes in, and you turn to
Oh.
look and you see an all too familiar hound making his way around the corner from the direction you came, followed shortly by Task himself and by another figure. The second figure is a kind of tall humanoid female. She's got dark leathers on. She's got a cloak, but instead of it being like over the back, it's over the non-sword arm. It's just covering up that half. She's got a very stern face and cold eyes, and her hair is dark black and it's tied into a nice knot that comes down over the same shoulder as the cloak.
City official?
Not anybody you recognize without a knowledge local check.
Oh,
Olin wonders what her safe word is.
I have that.
I might not know who she is, but have I ever seen her before in passing or anything? I don't have.
I have an
local.
18.
None of you have seen her before.
Okay.
Okay.
Akage?
18 as well on the knowledge local.
Okay. Dorian and Akage, as you turn around, you see she is like a walking justice for this town. She is someone you know. She's not the day-to-day law like the Protectorate is. She is the shows up for basically like when the higher ups have squabbles, she's the one that goes to quail it. Or she is she basically carries the king's word. She is a super high up official. She is above the chief of police in like today's standards.
So like a circuit magistrate.
She's a fed spook.
Yeah, fed or spook.
Spook. Intimidating.
Oh well, I give her a quick bow, And of course, one to Task.
Master Task, please help her. And I will point to my mom. She has lost a lot of blood, and she cannot stay conscious for more than a few moments. Please help her.
Task looks over to this new incomer, kind of wiggles his head a little bit, and then hurriedly runs over to your mother and begins looking over her. The woman that's come in, those of you who rolled the high enough check will know that her name is Inquisitor Jorith.
Doris.
She kind of glances over. She kind of glances over your party nonchalantly, but then, when her eyes see the giant head, she walks over to it, and begins circling it slowly, looking it over.
And I'll let her know from what it looks like these creatures are being made from something is being made, the muscle growth and whatnot, tumors.
She turns her head towards you slightly in very mild acknowledgement, and then continues to walk the thing itself. Then she's slow. Once she's done with that, she walks over towards Akage and his mother, and now Task also over the body. And Task is just reassuring you, like, she seems like she's been through a lot, but she will survive. Healing has been dealt to her already. There's not much more we can do for her than to let her rest.
She's been infected with anything. We encountered a vampire spawn earlier, and I want to make sure that she is not going to become one of the undead.
I don't see any bite marks on her, but... And he glances over at the giant head and then back at your mother, then at you, and he goes, things aren't working the way they normally do, so the best we can do is keep our eye on her.
I got rather big bite marks on me.
We keep her in a restful place and also secured.
I will stay.
Razbat, would you please help me gather my things from the storage area?
All right. What
And
you got?
then, for the
Follow
first
you in
time,
there.
the Inquisitor speaks. She goes, you should all stay here.
Smells bad.
Very well.
I have some questions.
Odd. Inquisitor.
I need you all to make a will save.
Is it mind affecting?
Oh,
Inquisitor
Gonna be the one.
is gonna
Okay,
inquisit.
So that
Oof.
a 15.
18 on the dice gives me a 23 for my will save.
I got a 21.
So anybody who got a 15 or higher,
So what
you
does
can tell
passing
that she
do?
has cast Zone of Truth. And those of you
That's
who
the one
fail
we-
also understand that you are under the effects of the spell Zone of Truth. So,
Very well.
Before, can I try something?
No.
Can I just kind of make my far off accent a little bit heavier and ask her why she's casting magic? I'm gonna try to
You have
bore at
do
this
it.
a little bit.
You have to do it.
yeah,
Plus-
give me a bluff check.
Plus one your bluff, do the accent.
Why are you casting magic?
My wife.
My wife, why you cast magic? Nat fucking 20.
For a
For a gives me an 18. I rolled a nat 20.
Doesn't matter. It's a skill.
It's a skill check. So, nice try.
Me.
I will say this. As she goes, I need to ask some questions. Then she does a quick gesture of the hand and speaks a word of power. Those of you who got over a 15, which was
Me.
so 3 of you, Razbat, Amon, and Sonder.
I think so.
Okay, well then, Amon, you didn't need to lie anyway. You beat the whatever.
I was generally asking why is she casting magic?
Okay,
You know, in a town full of people that don't believe in magic, or
Yeah, they do believe. I mean, some magics are okay. Like
They just frown on it.
healing and stuff like that. That's fine. Zone of Truth would probably be acceptable.
I don't know. I'm trying to get some more
I
information,
understand.
maybe.
Let him get on with it.
She turns to you, Amon, and goes, under normal circumstances, you would have worked for the Order for another 2 or 3 months before ever meeting me like this. But things have to progress more quickly because, as I'm sure Task informed you, our members are dwindling.
With her mentioning that, I look at her hand. Is she wearing an order ring?
Give me a perception.
How would you know? We don't have order rings on.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Good point.
Why don't we?
We gave them to the dog, the hid.
We
Oh,
believe
God,
they were
yeah.
they were how we were being tracked.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're not going to look for the ring then, Kevin?
Oh, okay. 13.
Okay. Yeah, you can't tell, and then it dawns on you that you won't be able to see anyway.
still made a roll.
A high check would have... Whatever, we'll talk about that later.
It is visible. I see.
Skin around the ring had puffed.
You would have seen... No, you would have seen where the ring was at. You would have seen that
The little
Farmer's
undid-
tan.
tan spot on the finger.
I
And a
don't know.
really high perception check, you would have been able to... You know how you used to smell because the ring had been on for a long time? You got that
No.
me because I was a gross kid. Okay.
I just didn't. I
That's the smell
never
you're
worn
speaking
yours.
of.
So that's why.
There's situations where sometimes you lose a ring and you can't find it, and
Next thing you know, you poop it out. I don't know what's going on here.
no, Terrence, no.
We have gone a bit of far off field.
Go ahead. Zone of Truth. Holy shit, it's a lot
But
of.
to Amon, she goes, it appears you, and she scans over the rest of the group. And a half-orc and the other foreigner are strong of will. I'll ask you three first, then. Why are you in Yarnum?
I've found my way here by accident.
Seems as good a place as any to sell my wares.
Orc.
I was bought out of my slavery by Grizzlenot.
Why have you joined the Order?
I was asked.
Also,
Grizzlenot advised me. Said I could be of help to the Order, and the Order could be of help to me.
And what are your goals?
oh, so many goals. You know, one day I'd like to see the entire world, but until then, you know, keeping my options open.
Protecting my new home.
Ensure freedom of all those that are enslaved by others.
And own a bakery.
She looks you three over and goes, And then she turns to the other three. Your answers will be more tricky if you don't wish to be honest. Why are you in Yarnum?
I was brought here by my mother to avoid getting executed by my father's wife, for I am a bastard of High Imperial Noble Noburu Kyodaimyo.
I am here to restore the balance because there are events that have started here that have disrupted the balance of multiple planes.
And you?
Purely love and obligation brings me to Yarnum.
Why have you joined the Order? Why do you sip your drink so loudly during this questionnaire?
There's rum in the bottom of this still. I'm sorry. I like to get all of it.
If I gotta be honest.
Are you still? I thought you were talking to Dorian. I thought I was done.
Yeah, well, I can still hear you drink.
sorry.
You're still audible.
Yeah.
I joined the Order because my mother had contacts here, and this was the safest place that we could go to avoid men or ladies assassins.
This damn zone of truth. I have so many good lies for this. I'll be honest. I have to say that honestly. But coercion. Honestly, I was coerced into joining this order through threat of life.
What? What'd you say?
Under threat of my life, I was coerced into
Okay.
joining this order. And,
I'll give you a look at that one.
Hence, I'm here.
Oh, I joined voluntarily for the betterment of all my people.
Sonder looks at him. Gives a little glance. Just a little side eye.
How did you know about the secret order to join voluntarily?
And what are your goals, Kage?
Honestly, I have not thought much further than doing my duty to Master Task. That is it. Do my job and do it to the best of my ability. Beyond that, I have not given it thought.
Colin?
My ferret kind of shimmies out of my pocket of my jacket and kind of up on my shoulder, and I just repeat what I said earlier, that my goal is to restore the balance, and I don't care much for the goals of everyone else.
Restore the balance.
Yeah, did the ferret fail the will save too?
Yeah. He's
And
not much
Dorian.
on the will saves.
What are your goals?
My goals have always been to eliminate supernatural threats. It's my life's ambition.
Okay. She gives the three of you all kind of a similar kind of stern gaze and turns to Task and says, well, if it wasn't for this situation of the rings, we probably would have activated them at this point. Carry on with your business. Keep me updated. And then she turns and leaves.
There was no time for a will save, or not a. There was no time for a sense motive in there.
Yeah.
You
Oh
mean?
yeah, well, I'll try too. Shit.
Yeah, I would also like to, because that's something I do.
What are you trying to sense motive about?
Just why does she want to know what she wants to know?
He's a
Okay.
goddamn inquisitor.
Yeah, we did just fight a evil woman thing that disappeared.
Hey man, Inquisitor's gonna inquisit.
That's what you
I
think.
want to know. I just want to know, what does a natural one get you when you?
It
Absolutely
doesn't matter.
not.
Skill checks.
Just
Just add it to
whatever?
whatever.
Okay,
What's your sense
so-
motive?
That's 10 then, I believe.
No. No, I mean, she seemed straight up. Like she was there to survey, to ask you questions, and then leave. You get a sense, Razbad, that this was formality. And I mean, what she said earlier about it being, a couple months from now, you would be seeing her. This probably was some kind of quick version of the initiation they normally put people through.
Yeah. So I'm guessing she's looking for people that are not like traitors, or people who are not who they claim to be.
Well, the king is in charge of keeping all supernatural knowledge suppressed, right?
I mean, this is the Order of Cornwall, so yeah.
And she works for the king, trying to make sure that none
Cromwell.
of us are going to go running our mouths about the shit that we've seen.
Right.
What a peculiar woman.
I mean, she didn't ask. She didn't ask
out of
me if I was
earshot.
gonna do
Peculiar and deadly. She is. This is coming from Task now. She is basically the leader of the order. It is not often she would come here and meet recruits so new, but numbers are lower than I even realized from before.
What was she talking about with the rings?
And she said activate it.
It's my belief that the way we were tracked, when the Dark Lady found us outside of the city and sent her undead giants to assault us. The only thing that I knew I had in common with any of her previous victims were these rings, and I believe that maybe she had basically reverse engineered them to track other members. It was why I had to leave as soon as we got back, so that I could get word out to the other members, leaders, and cells to discard these rings.
We almost died, you little shit.
No, wait. But
Yeah, so
what was the Inquisitor saying about activating the rings?
If you were full-fledged members, the rings hold more power than you once knew.
Oh, we're full fledged. We're like, I'm in it.
You're not full-fledged yet. You would have had to have taken the oath.
Yep.
You can't
That
take
was
the
tough.
oath without the ring.
Yep.
Once
Your
the
dog stole our
I
rings.
swear I'm up to no good.
Solemnly, you didn't solemnly swear,
I
Kevin.
solemnly
Green
swear.
lanterns.
Fucker.
He
I am up to
flippantly
no good.
swears.
I used it. It was a flippantly swear. I agree with
Oh.
Sonder.
Oh, great. We're in a per diem secret society.
So what's in that loot?
Just
Yes,
calm
Razbad,
down.
come
I
help
don't
me
want
with
to
this
fight
chest.
yet, noob.
Can we,
All right.
before we get to the loot, can we please finish the role play?
Yeah, maybe can we get out of this fucking place? I mean, it stinks in here.
Is there anything else?
Says the guy covered in shit water.
Yes, I have a
Yes.
house right around the corner with a shower and plumbing that's extraordinary for this day and age.
Is there anything else that we need to do before we leave?
Yes, there's a chest in the other room that we need to get, and then we can go.
Take that. And I will do a detect magic after they move the chest from that room. I'll do detect magic on the room to make sure we didn't lose anything. I can do a perception check too if you prefer.
Weird that you can cast detect magic while carrying the other end of that litter. Let's go.
I'm not carrying shit.
Well, then you can't detect magic.
So
I'm
you
saying
guys,
in that room, the room that you pulled the chest out of.
so you guys finish basically exploring the Salter lair.
Yeah.
Grabbing any magical trinkets or other things that you can find. You decide to go where? Are we going back to Father Solman's location?
My house.
Now your house.
Colin.
Is
Yes, Colin's house.
that if that's the closest location, then definitely.
I believe that is the closest place to our current location and agree.
The closest
We should go there.
It's most certainly the closest discrete location, which I'm sure that's what we want to still be. Yes.
Yes.
Is it still? It's still the same night. It's still after dark when we're not supposed to be outside anywhere, right?
And this
Rapidly approaching morning.
Right.
But I would like, is it time where we could go walking around outside without being like, oh, you're out past the witching hour, or is it like
By the
still
ti-
time where we need to travel around in the sewers?
Raz
We get
marked
back
our
to-
path. So I think we can get back to my house, right?
By the time
Yes.
you get back to Father Solman's house, it should be early enough to where if you didn't want to stay there, you could go back to your respective homes.
Mhm.
There you go.
So we're going back to We're going back to Mr. Scribbler's
Cullen's.
house.
Thank you.
Is there someone who can help Okasa-san? Or does she just need rest?
Kat said she just needed rest, right?
Generally, juice and cookies are the prescribed method of getting your blood back. As far as
I was asking Master Task, Dorian.
I feel like he's told you about that.
Not a doctor.
Just rest. Magical healing's done all that it can for her.
I want to ask Task, you have any information on the other group, Grizzlenut's
Yes.
group, out at the mill?
As far as I know, he is still missing.
damn.
Sonder turns to Akage and says, I know how you feel about your mother. I know you're worried, but I'm going to give you some wisdom that my grandmother told to me. A hard head makes a soft behind. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know my grandmother told it to me. And I'm going to tell it to you. Let's
Yep.
get your mama home so she can rest.
Yep.
That
Let's
is
go.
what I am hoping to do.
That's not a firm ass right there. That's what she's saying. That's not a firm ass right there.
I think she's calling you a soggy bottom. Let's get out of
This
here.
is soggy bottom, dude.
Bottom boys.
Soggy bottom boys.
I never quite understood it. It was like, do you mean
We-
my butt's going to
Listen,
be
I think
tenderized?
if we get back to Cullen's house it's gonna be daylight enough. I'm sure Raz probably wants to go back to the mill. He probably help you with the litter to get your mom to her own bed. That may help too, being in a familiar surrounding.
There's also enough room at Father Solman's location if you want to crash there. At this point, you guys are approaching fatigue and exhaustion.
Yeah,
And we're
I'm
All
going
day
to
of
bed.
marching. Yeah.
In the shit smell. Let's go.
But fortunately, there's running water at Father
Yeah,
Sol.
I have plumbing.
Do you? I didn't
Yeah,
put
I
it in the
do.
map.
Yarnum's a metropolis.
I did. That's one of the first things Cullen got installed
It's a magical metropolis.
with his influx of order money.
I've actually thought about this after the fact because I made that map on the fly. Is that like when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I didn't put a bathroom in there or anything. But
Yeah, you did.
it's one of those things like, somebody was talking about how The Walking Dead has been on for like so long and it's gone through so much time. It's like they never talk about like toilet paper and stuff. And it's like, yeah, who wants to watch a show for like 30 minutes of it is dedicated to the fact that they're out of, toilet paper and toothpaste and shit. That's
Last
not
I checked,
fun.
there were still leaves.
So I didn't put a bathroom in Father Solman's house is what I was getting at. But it does.
No, it's not on the map, but it's there. It's luxurious.
There could be or like hot springs area. I don't know. It was only indoors that we saw.
Or maybe that's what that door to the basement led to.
There's nothing like
To the
nothing
ship.
like a warm spring bidet.
Ugh.
Don't knock it. Don't knock it.
Splashing on your butthole? No, I'd rather
Warm
have
water.
cold water.
You don't want cold water. You don't want that.
Yeah,
You
he
don't
said
want that.
hot springs.
I'll take some 98-degree water splashing my butthole.
Seriously, you need
That's
room.
what
anyway-
the song's about. 98 degrees in
Right.
the shade. We hot. Splash, splash, splash in the shade.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
don't do that again.
Fucking reggae song that plays at the all the time. Sorry.
That was awesome. That was great.
The real song. I won't play it on here because we'll get, some kind of.
Yeah, copyright, whatever.
You can probably get away with 3
Yell
seconds.
at us.
Nicely.
Wow.
Exactly. I don't
You
know.
guys make it back to Father Solman's house.
Thank you.
Now
Yes.
Cullen's house. Where you can heal. We will do that after the fact.
Yep.
Because that's not fun, but treasure can be fun. So if you'd like to see what you've gotten from your haul from the Salter's
Yes.
lair
Yes.
before
Yes,
everybody
After after some rest, Cullen would like to take a look at it and do some spellcraft checks. And Sandra, are you staying at Cullen's house with the full plumbing and the 98-degree bidets?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah,
That's what
why
it's there
not?
for. It's a party.
Bunch of
Why
weird
not?
spells going on.
But
It's
the
a lot
thing
of weird
is,
stuff. That's not a hot tub.
the loot is not magical.
There's nothing worth anything here. Sorry.
Except for all these gold coins in this chest. Fuck you, buddy.
Sure. What are you gonna do there? Sell them?
Cool quote. Fuck you.
So the stuff that you grabbed off the counter there, Dorian, equates to about 2,000 worth of golden gems.
Hey.
Gems? Oh. Okay. 2,000 gems.
3 sets of dust knuckles. It's a specialty item. They're like brass knuckles, but when you punch people, things happen.
Dust knuckles. Okay.
2 smoke bombs.
Ooh, those aren't bad.
A poisoner's locket.
Dibs.
A poisoner's goblet.
Also dibs.
3 potions of neutralized poison. The locket's kind of cool. You can put poison in it when it gets open. It disperses any poison as an inhalant in 10 feet.
So Colin could like put it in his in the cleavage, right? That's like the
Right.
pecklage. Is that the pecklage?
You don't have pecs.
I got.
And the goblet is a way to hide poison inside the goblet has a little poison container, and you can secretly push a button, and it'll slowly release the poison that's hidden in the goblet into somebody's drink.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Now the box that you've stolen,
Salvaged.
Neutralized.
Salvaged. We salvaged that box. We did not steal it.
right?
Yeah.
As you open the box, you realize that it is littered with different types of poison. And this is where I'm putting a little bit of the creative juices onto you. The box contains 5,000 worth of an assortment of poisons. So whichever character decides to take the box will then be able to take 5,000 and split that up into what poisons are actually inside the box for your treasure.
So it's 2 vials of poison.
It could be 1 vial of a very potent poison.
That's
There's
what I'm
only
saying.
one
And
poison in Pathfinder that it was like
Pathfinder,
1,600.
right? So Pathfinder, you got to have something really potent to even be
I don't know. Drow
worthwhile
poison.
using.
Drow
But-
poison is always dope. Go to
What is
sleep.
that?
Drow poison?
What,
Drow
like the sleep
is
poison?
Go to sleep stick. Boop, you're asleep now.
Yeah. Yeah. Except, I mean, you guys have a witch in your party that's all I do.
When have you done it though?
All the time. If we
When
gotta fight
weren't
undead
fighting
people all the
an
time,
undead monster.
and you know what sleep poison doesn't work on? Exactly. The same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind claiming a few poisons, but I
You're
don't
the only one. I mean, legitimately. I mean, I would think the rogue. I mean, whoever. That's not,
actually
that's
I
not
actually
for
can
me.
use them without endangering myself.
Right.
I believe you're the only one who can use poisons.
So there
Everybody can. You just
Everybody
risk
can.
poisoning yourself.
simple weapons in there.
So it feels like we stumbled upon like an assassin's cache.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to you, Dorian, because you know that the boss kind of got ahead in the gang for being the most ruthless. A lot of the stuff was basically him assassinating people.
And it makes probably sense to the rest of us since they tried to assassinate us.
This is the important part, I believe, of any illicit organization is to make yourself useful, but not to appear ambitious. That's how you get poisoned by the boss. Let's go on to the part that I'm really dreading. Did anybody give me any hit points of healing, or am I going to die overnight whenever my disease takes effect?
You're not gonna die. I mean,
No.
obviously,
Yeah, no, the healing we'll do now. We could do the math.
All right. So the first
Yeah.
roll was a total of 8.
Whoop, back into the show. Healing's done.
so you're feeling better, Dorian?
Yeah. Except for that I'm diseased. What sort of disease do I have, DM?
You don't know yet because y'all haven't rested yet.
I'm going to rest right now and suggest everyone else does because we have to get to the lumber mill ASAP and find out what happened there to Grizzleknock and his group.
Well, shit.
Yeah, I gotta sleep. I'm gonna sleep because I'm completely out of spells. I'm completely pretty much useless at this point. So I'm gonna get a good 8 hours in, and then I'm gonna hang out with my ferret for an hour. That's my plan.
Everybody else staying at Father Solman's house?
Yeah, I'll crash on a chair or something.
I got beds. We got beds for days.
I will take one of those
Yeah, I'll
beds,
stay
please,
there.
and thank you. I will suggest showers for those who jumped in the shit water first.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
then
yeah,
those who
definitely.
didn't second.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Kage, are you going? Are you taking your mom back to your house, or are you staying at Colin's house?
As much as I want to stay at Cullen's house because we'd all be together, I want to take her home so that she can be cared for by the people that we're staying with.
Could I go with you?
Yes.
I will
Yeah,
go
we
with
can-
you.
Okay.
Okay. So Akage and Amon leave the rest of the party to take Akage's mother to a more familiar place for her to rest. As you guys exit Father Solman, or I keep wanting to call it Father Solman's estate or home, but as soon as you leave Cullen's now home, the sun is slowly starting to crest and bring light into this dark town. You make your way through a majority of the town because where you're staying at is a little bit more upper class with those people.
I would like to try and avoid notice, if at all possible, of us carrying a woman on a litter.
Okay. again, you have a mortician with you, so anybody who notices would probably just glance it off as him doing work. Give me a perception check, Akage.
19 on the dice. I believe that's a +2, so 21.
You seem to be getting more looks than normal. You're not sure if it's because you're self-conscious in your new body, or it seems actually more likely that people are turning to look at you more. Might take some time to figure that out, but you're more concentrated now on getting your mom home.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I'm busy.
You get her home. The house is empty. It was a retired merchant and his wife that live here that took you guys in, and you're not accustomed to them being gone this early in the morning, but who knows, they might have left. It doesn't look like there was anything disturbed or anything.
And they weren't planning to take a trip or go to market from the past 2 days that I knew of, were they?
Closer to 4 at this point, I think.
Was it really? Oh my god. But it looks like everything's still taken care of. Nothing is out of sorts. No struggle.
It doesn't appear to be.
I don't know. He has a lovely home.
He does indeed have a lovely home.
Please help me get her to bed, and then we will soon follow suit.
Yep. Do that.
Her into bed.
Wait, do you bathe her?
Don't be gross.
She's been in the sewer.
I gently French kiss her. No.
It's okay. I'll bathe her. It's fine.
I'm a mortician. I'm used to this.
Fine. The sponges. He brings all the sponges out of his pockets he's been carrying.
No, I just lay her in bed and scribble a quick note just in case she wakes up.
Scribble.
Set it so that she can see it when she wakes up. That she's home, she's safe. I am safe. And if she reads it before she sees me, I love her very much. But I have things to take care of. And then
I'm a dwarf. And I'm a dwarf.
I don't even mention it.
I will leave my phone number on the bed as well. Phone number. Just so she knows.
Who to call if she needs a mortician.
If you wake up dead, call this number.
You can afford.
Yeah, just the dumb. That's my new business card. If you wake up dead, call me.
As fatigue and exhaustion finally take you all on, you all laid out in your respective locations. You will be able to get a full 8 hours sleep before you wake back up. You'll need a full 8 hours sleep before you wake up. Amon, as you finally hit that REM sleep, you begin to dream. You're standing on the sands that you're familiar of your hometown. To most people, this would just seem like any random desert, but because you grew up there, you know exactly where you're at, even though it is just sand as far as the eye can see in just about every direction. Not far from your feet, the ground opens up, and a lady comes out of the ground. She's beautiful, from the head to the neck to the chest, and then things begin to change. She starts to take on a more scorpion-esque appearance as insectile legs pull themselves up out of the hole. A tail comes out from behind her, and it slowly reaches up around and wraps its tail around your neck. And we'll see you next episode.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
You were going to get to ask the cup size of the beautiful chest.
It's not next week yet, Frakes. You don't know.
A scorpion drider?
Yeah.
No, it's really hard to get back into game after not recording for 3 weeks. We can't do that again.
Yeah.
Well,
I had a great
back in it, I
time.
feel like.
I feel like this is the most relaxed and fun I've had in a while.
Then maybe it's just because I'm working a job where I'm up at 7:30 in the morning instead of up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I got-
that might be it.
I will say that was some of
I got
What, dude?
Well, I don't know if he stopped talking to joke. Nope. Yep. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
that's the best Waffle House I've ever had.
Hopefully next episode we'll have less technical difficulties. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.